today's sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard
line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second and 9, Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by Gary and Conley. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Howard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Down! You want it, Mike 45. Ricky. Slam. Shit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
And it's third down.
Monday, down! 180! 54! Damn! You might. 54 Mike.
Throwing his car on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it down from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On the line,
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hairston. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Howard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 185.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? They'll try to run this one in, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Raiders 10, Falcons nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, Jameson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. That's complete. It's Collins. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. O'Shane Ximines leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Running with Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 50-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run with Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
SOS. Slam.
Express.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Down. Blue 80.
Mike 54. I got you.
Blue 80.
Now Howard. Got some real estate inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards of first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And down inside the 15 he goes. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a...
He's got a man, complete! And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is not going to do it, as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordan Howard. 76 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Left, watch left.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Mahomes now on first down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. picked off by Dylan Cole, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Express. Mike 51. Mike 51. Bravo. Hey, get away with it. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Carr now on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Huge article in their local paper this morning saying how the 4 interceptions last week led them to that victory. Here they haven't been able to come up with one, and they're losing. Probably not a coincidence.
I don't think so at all. I think you're spot on, but maybe they put a little extra pressure on themselves because 4 interceptions last week, victory. Right now, no interceptions in this game. Had a chance for one, missed it, and they're losing. Probably feeling the pressure right now.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Raider first down.
What down? 180. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Easy. Kill. You're mine.
Throwing on first down is Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, it's Mahomes. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. They go play action here on first down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Hey, 734. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Protein spill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, this is Howard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
185. Kill.
Hey, turn it up.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
Watch the safety.
Get down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 78 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see, it's the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Monday, down. 180. Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Hey, we got 4 now.
Again, it's Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Down. 280. Hey, Raider 2.
Hey, one set, one.
White Monday.
54. Mike, 54. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Who's right?
Stay with your man. Check 9, check 9.
280.
From the gun, it's Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The end result, 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Jamison, and a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 185. Get White Monday down. What's up?
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Yo trip is here, baby.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's it, baby.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Howard. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jordan Howard, 66 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they take a knee. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down now, it's Howard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They've gone to the fourth up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. and it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my best. Yeah. Wind up and it's magic. Wind up and it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion.